Out of all the sparring bouts I've had with YouTube, it has won every one of them. I lost all. I could say YouTube has defeated me so far. And that's because of a few reasons. Now, this video is going to be pretty unscripted. All I have are some talking points to help guide me. And if you're interested in this, I can assure that you're going to pick a thing or two from the things I'm going to be talking about. For the longest time, I've been interested in long-form content. I started a YouTube channel when I was in the university. At the time, I was so interested in getting all the gadgets right, getting all the setup right before I started fully. And I didn't know better at the time, because even after getting all those things that I wanted to get, I did not continue with it. Now, I started a series last year on YouTube titled Figuring It Out, and I didn't finish that also. And that led me to think that what's it with YouTube that for some reason I'm going to start, and along the line I'm going to stop. I'm not going to finish with it. I'm not going to follow through with whatever I started. And I didn't like that. My identity, the identity I'm growing with or growing into, is that of someone who starts and follows through, someone who starts and finishes, right? The Figuring It Out episodes that I was working on last year was aimed at helping people like me who were figuring life out, who were in the process of becoming, just sharing the things that I learned with them and help them to see how that they can also do theirs, right? Then October last year, I started a consistency challenge, but this was not long form content. This was short form content. I decided to go 100 days of posting consistently. I was inspired by Salem King, and I did that. I found out that I showed up every day. I was able to show up every day. Some of these days I batch created videos, so I was able to have videos that sustained me for 7 days. Sometimes I did videos for 3 days. But on a lot of those days, I was showing up like every day, making the videos every day and posting, editing that same day. It showed me that long form is possible. I was able to do short form and do that for a long period. Now, long form has to have a lot of planning depending on the kind of video one is making, but it is possible nonetheless, right? Now, I'll admit, I'm a little scared of YouTube. I'm a little scared, and I think it has so much to take from the person that's making the video. There's a lot of work that goes into it. This might be a mind thing, and I'm actively working on seeing ways to reframe my thoughts or my disposition towards YouTube. And in a way, I just did some digging and found out, oh, I might be a little scared of YouTube. I'm thinking, what if it doesn't work? What if you put in so much work, edit, script, and try to make it as good as you possibly can at this particular level, and nobody watches it? But if there's one thing I've learned from the consistency challenge that I finished, it's that I'm not just doing these things for you people who are watching. I'm not just doing this for you who will gain something from this. I'm doing this because of me. The mere act of showing up, the mere act of following through has a way of shifting me, making me a different person. It also carries into other parts of my life. And talking about the consistency challenge I did, I found out that most of these things were as a result of other things that I had done and was showing up for consistently. One of them is reading books, right? I started earlier last year and decided that I was going to be reading every single day. And no matter what, even if it took me just showing up for 2 minutes or just reading 2 pages, as long as I showed up, it was okay. And I did that, right? I was reading. I even began to help others read, which is something that I now love doing, by the way, just recommending books to people. But even as I saw that I was able to read consistently, I then decided to transfer that same skill into video creation. And I was able to make videos for 100 days consistently. Now I'm doing another 100 days consistency challenge for short form content again. That's on Instagram, on TikTok, yes, and on WeChat. And I have recorded tremendous progress even within the short time of me doing that. I said this video is going to be unscripted, so there's going to be a lot of me trying to adjust. I'm not going to cut this parts out because I know it's imperfect, but that's the point for me doing this. Now, I'm trying to improve my public speaking skills, and one of the quotes that has helped me is one by Alex Hormozy that says, "Do so much volume that it's unreasonable for you not to succeed." So, in terms of improving my public speaking skills, there's no way I'm going to improve if I don't speak publicly, right? So, videos like this are going to be an avenue for me to practice speaking publicly. This is also for you who is trying to do something and it's like, oh, I need to get perfect first before then launching out. I believe the best way sometimes is to launch out, and as you go, you adjust the direction such that you learn by doing. So it's like the steps you take just help you to hone your skills and you just move forward progressively. So I'll make this video, I'll put it out anyways. It might not be the best work I have, but I'm going to put it out. But then I'll check back to see the parts that I can adjust. And the next time I'm doing this, it's probably going to be better. I believe it's going to be, right? Now, I wrote here that the point is to show up even when I'm becoming. That's the kind of life that I want. I'm able to show up because I know that all that I am doing, Adelami, the global icon as a person, is someone who is showing others, is like a pace setter. So when some people who are struggling with the same things that I'm struggling with right now, when they see this video in weeks or days from now or months from now, they can tell that, oh, if this guy struggled and now is in a much better place, then it's possible for me to do that also. I've been tremendously inspired by people like the Global Temi, Temi Fadayomi, and just Salem King also, watching their content, seeing how that they've been able to morph or move from where they were to where they currently are. And a lot of this also is made possible by transferring skills. So skills that I've amassed in other areas, skills that I have gotten by doing other things or showing up in other places, I have now transferred or I am transferring into doing this. Now, the last thing I'm going to say in this video is one quote that I saw in Chinua Achebe's book, Things Fall Apart. If a man says yes, or when a man says yes, his chi also says yes. And I looked up what chi means. It means your personal guardian spirit or your personal force that influences your destiny, right? I believe in God. I'm a Christian. So I would say when a man says yes, God also says yes. So there are some things that God has set in our hearts to do. And the moment we begin to carry out those things, God then begins to set every other thing in place that is responsible for ensuring that, okay, the message gets put out, or the things that need to be done as a result of you saying yes or obeying his instructions, those things then happen. Mine is to put out the work. That's what I can control. And for you also who is trying to do something, I would advise that you focus on what you can control. The inputs that you put in, you can control that fully. So put in the work and then lift the rest to your chi or to God. That's all for this video. My name is Adelami. I'm the global icon. I don't even know how long this has gone for, but I'm going to be doing more of this. And for those of you that are going to be sticking around, it's going to be a fun ride because then you're going to see me move from where I am now to Adelami, the global icon, in a much better place. That's all for this video again. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.